Hello, welcome to class. Thank you so much for staying tuned again. Now, we are still on solving logarithmic equation. Now, there's something I want to tell you. Why we solve so many questions is actually good. Now, someone told me something, said, you don't know maths. You won't say you know maths. What you do is this, solve as many questions. I have solved this kind of question before. So when you see it in the exam hall, it's not at all I know it. It's just that I have solved something like this before. And I think it's about how the way things like, for example, your immune system works. Now let's go over this so you'll be able to deal with it whenever you see the type. Now, first we'll pick the first one, we'll take them one by one. The first question, log x, it's 1 in log to the base x is equals to 4. Now, what you do is this. You'd always remember, like we said, what's the definition of logarithm. The log of a number to a particular base is the number of times the base will be raised to give that number. The number of times the base will be raised to give that number. So this is the base. How many times this base will be raised up? So it's going to be, what you have is going to be 81 is equals to x raised to the power of 4. That's essentially it. So at this junction now, what is 81? What is 81? 81 is 9 times 9. What is 9 times 9? What is 9, for example, now? 9 is the same thing as 3 times 3. So, but then 81 is equals to 9 times 9. So this is 3 times 3, and then this is 3 times 3. So that means 81 is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, which is the same thing as 81 is equals to 3 raised to the power of 4. So what you have here is going to be that this 3 raised to the power of 4 is equals to x raised to the power of 4. So at this juncture, you see that the powers are the same. So what you see is that x is the same thing. X is equals to 3. The power cancels the power. So x is equals to 3. Now, what's the next question now? The next is simply this. Log in base x or 32 is equals to 5. Now, what is the log? Log of a number, this number 2, is the number of times the base will be raised. So this is the same thing as saying 32 is equals to the base is raised to the power of 5. The base is x is to the power of 5. So what is, now this one will give you a clue that what is here is actually raised to the power of 5. Just like this. What is here is actually raised to the power of 5. So let's start from 1. Let's do 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1. How many ones do we have here? 5. 1 times 1 is 1. 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 So this was 1. Let's try the next number. Next number is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. 16 times 2 is what? 32. So that means 2 is this number. So it's 2 raised to the power of how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is actually 2 raised to the power of 5 is equals to x raised to the power of 5. At this junction now, you see that the both of them have the same powers. So this goes for this, and so you have that x is equals to 2. Then we'll see the next. Number 3, that half 64. Yes. Now what this means is that we're saying the half of log 64 to base x is equals to 3. Now just read it like English, like a sentence. Half of the log of 64 in base x is equals to 3. Now let's see what happens. So how do we do with this? Now this one is straight without having any fraction at the back. This one is straight without having any fraction at the back. But this one has a fraction. So what do? We'll try to make it, we'll try to take this one away. So how can we take it away? The only way we can remove this is by doing the opposite of this. This is 1 over 2. If I multiply 1 over 2 by 2 over 1, 2 will cancel 2. And so it will remain 1, 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. So 1 divided by 1 is just 1. So 1 will be at the back of this place. So what do? I will have to multiply both sides of the equation. Remember, equal sign separates two equations. So this side is the right hand side. This is the left hand side. This equal sign is the right hand side. So what I'll do is I will multiply both sides by the multiplicative inverse of half, which is actually 2, which is 2 over 1. The inverse of it is 2 over 1. So I'll do it on both sides. So it's going to be 1 over 2 times 2 over 1. This is log of base x. 64 is equals to 3 times 2 over 1. Now understand, so 2 here, 1, 2 here, 1. So 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times 1 is 1, 1 divided by 1 is 1. So we have 1 log, which is the same thing as just log in base x of 64 is equals to, now remember 3 is the same thing as 3 over 1. Because 3 divided by 1 is still what? It's still 3. 3 divided by 1 is different from 1 over 3 is not the same thing as 3 over 1. 1 over 3 is a fraction, this one is a whole number. 3 divided by 1 is 3. So what you have is 3 over 1. So this whole number 3 is equal to 3 over 1 times 2 over 1. So 3 times 3 is what? 6. 1 times 1 is 1. Now 6 divided by 1 is still what? 6. So what you have here is log of base x. 64 is equals to 6 over 1. 6 over 1 is the same thing as what? 6. Now, let's move the equation up. Let's come up higher. So where we started. Now let me take this one off. So if I bring this up here, we have log in base x 64 is equals to 6. So what is 64? 64 is the same thing as 4 raised to the power of 2. So the log of a number is equal to x, the log of a number, so do you see that here is now looking like here? And it's also now looking like here. So we'll now go back to the definition of logarithm. We've only converted here to look like here. So what's the definition of logarithm? The log of a number to a particular base, the number of times the base will be raised. So this base is raised to this place because 64 is equals to x raised to the power of 6. Now by doing this, it gives you a clue that this one will be a number that will be raised to the power of 2. Without much ado, it's actually going to still be 2. I'll tell you why. Because when we start from 1, 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 times 1 is 1 times 1 is 1 times 1 is 1 times 1 is 1 times 1. Let's try the second number, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, 6. 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 2, 8. 8 times 3, 8. 8 times 2, 16. 16 times 2, 32. 32 times 2 is what? 64. That piece is actually 2. Actually, so it's actually 2 raised to the power of 6. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's actually 2 raised to the power of 6. That gives you 64. Okay, so let's go. So I have it as 2 raised to the power of 6 is equals to x raised to the power of 6. So what do we see here? This power and this power are the same, so they cancel each other. So what do we have? 2 is equals to x, or you say x is equals to 2. Did you gain anything today? Thank you for staying tuned. Please like, share, and tell your friends about it. Subscribe if you're not. I want to thank you for staying tuned. Please tell someone else that you're getting from here. We'll get more videos. Thank you so much for your support. See you next class.